Ramblin man here. So I wanted to talk to you about a couple issues. First off, subscribe to this channel. Make sure you share, comment, like. Let's blow this thing up. I want to start talking to you people. I get like 3 comments on every video, and some of you have been really good about commenting, others not so much. Make sure you like my videos because it just helps with the algorithm, gets it out there more often. So here's the thing. If you watch this video, make sure you like it. Now here it is. The 2 things we're going to discuss, we're going to talk about Afghanistan, we're going to talk about the border. And here's why. Afghanistan has been washed under the map, pretty much. I mean, think about this. They've just been real quiet about it. There's been nothing else. Has anything changed? No. There's still people stuck over there. But have you seen anyone asking questions from someone that got out of there? No, because the media don't want to go there because the fact that it brings attention to the Biden administration and their failures of the utmost. So we're not talking about the withdrawal in Afghanistan, because the withdrawal in Afghanistan, it needed to happen, but the way it happened was terrible. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about if you give it long enough, then people forget about it. I mean, people have already, from month to month, things change so much that people forget about things. You forget about 13 soldiers dying over there, doing what they're supposed to do, helping on the humanitarian side, trying to get people out of Afghanistan. You forget about the fact that we negotiated with Taliban and pretty much let them decide what was going to be the case, what we're going to do. Those are things that people forget about very easily. There's people right now, there's the parents, the families of the 13 soldiers or Marines that died over there. I promise you, they're not forgetting. They're not forgetting that we went in, we made bad decisions, and things fell apart. It just shows the incompetence of the Biden administration. What they want to do is make sure that if they make you forget, and it may not just be you, but maybe that 1 or 2, 3, 5% that makes up the vote that helps at midterm elections. If they can just quietly let it sink away, people forget, and maybe the approval ratings aren't as bad. Maybe they're just that 1 or 2% on the approval ratings make all the difference to maybe get someone that's just as incompetent into office. That's what I want to bring up. Just make sure that you don't forget. Like we always say, gone but not forgotten. Well, at this rate, things are being forgotten. There's Americans still stuck in Afghanistan, and those that have gotten out, I mean, let's face it, they're having to make deals with them and paying the Taliban, which already left them billions of dollars worth of equipment, weapons, things like that. But now we're private citizens and things. The private public is having to go through and pay them in order to get people out. So all these overt missions have become covert missions, right? It's just crazy, but you don't hear about it anymore because why? They've changed what they want to talk about. Now you can't get away from the border and for a while they got quiet. Because why? Because we had other issues. It was all about the Olympics. Then it was all about Afghanistan. But now it's come back to the border because you cannot take away something that's happened so badly that you just can't get away from it. Here's what's happening on the border. Now, you know all this craziness, and if you go on, people just look at one photo and they'll judge the whole the Border Patrol or anything else. You see one photo, they always say a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? And so it depends on how that picture's taken. You take it from the right, from the left, from the front, from the back. How'd you take that picture? If you watch the video of these these Border Patrol agents on horseback, they're just running around the Haitians are running like a running back trying to dodge the linebacker, and the guys on the horse are going to grab them to turn them around to bring them back. Okay? So, with that being the case, watch the whole thing. Don't just take one little piece of it, which you have reins flying through the air. It looks like somebody's whipping. There's even the guys doing the photography said there was no whipping involved. And if you watch the video, there's nothing there. Now, with all those Haitians, you know, there were like 30,000, I believe, at some point. Well, let me tell you right now, they're probably the largest caravan of people coming across the border. It is expected that in October, between 50 to 60,000 Haitians will come across our borders, the Mexico-U.S. border. Now, that being said, they're thinking upwards of almost 400,000 people could cross the U.S.-Mexico border in October. 400,000 migrants. And here's what's happening. They're trying to do away with the Title 42, which is what the Trump administration used, and then Biden started trying to reinstate that, with which the CDC allows them to prohibit people coming in during a pandemic state, okay? Well, what they're trying to do, though, is get rid of that. If that goes away, then it's even worse for our Border Patrol. I feel bad for them because Texas I'm just familiar with Texas because I live in Texas, is having to use their DPS in order, their troopers, to help with the border. They're having a bunch of them sent down there. I mean, I made a trip down to the border casino, and on the way down there, I counted 26, mind you, before I quit counting, 26 different state troopers off the side of the road. That's just what I saw, and this is at night. So at nighttime, you can't see some of them. They hide pretty well, and these are black and white vehicles, right? So most of it being black, you couldn't see at night. 26. That's a lot, guys. That's a whole lot this is just within like an hour of the border casino. So what, 70 miles? So it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy what people are dealing with. It's crazy what our Border Patrol is dealing with. But these are the things that we're making people forget about Afghanistan. We're making people forget about the border as much as possible. And I say our government is, because that way, if they can do that, they can start focusing on bringing those approval ratings up, because let's be honest, those approval ratings are terrible. So let me know what y'all think, guys. I mean, what do y'all think needs to be done? Because right now it is ridiculous. At some point, people are going to have to step in. I know Texas is doing everything they can. Governor Abbott's doing everything he can to try to get money's asked for help in regards to either helping build a fence, a wall, something to help slow down this surge of migrants coming in. We don't call them illegal aliens anymore. It might hurt their feelings. So here's the thing, though, like, you can only do so much from our side unless we foot the bill. And at this point, that's what we're doing. We're footing the bill in order to start building a wall, a fence, whatever, because that's what Texans do. But here's the thing. I am ready at this point. If this is going to be our government, I'm ready to secede. And that is true. Yep. That is where I'm at. So, I don't know what your ideas are, what your opinions are, but please let me know. I'd like to know where you fit in this. What is your viewpoint and why? I mean, if you have a better viewpoint than mine, and maybe I'm just being closed-minded, I doubt it. But if I am, please tell me why, and with a good argument, not just like, well, Biden's doing a great job. He's not. He's terrible. He's terrible. Kamala's terrible. Nancy Pelosi's terrible. Beyond that, I can't tell you, because we haven't got down to the nitty-gritty to see if anybody else behind them is even worth anything. But those three are terrible. But hey, guys, y'all have a great day. Just remember, stay safe out there. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing if you have. If not, make sure you give me a like, and I'll talk to you soon. Ramblin' Man out.